Let's talk about things you need to talk about when you are in a relationship before you move ahead into marriage. I want you to know that people won't magically change. No. The fact that somebody is married does not change them. It only changes their status. So you need to, before you say I do to that person, you need to talk and observe. You need to agree. The Bible says, can two people work together if they don't agree? You have to agree on so many areas before you say I do to the person. And you need to pray. Yes, you need to pray. So now I'll be talking about things you just talk about, things you can talk about, and whatsoever that comes to your mind, talk to the person. Courtship is not about having sex. It's about having real talks. Real talks. You guys, okay, you talk about bills. How do you pay bills? You talk about chores. If the two of you are working, how do you handle chores? You talk about childhood traumas so that it will not affect your marriage. You talk about family history. You talk about your mental health. You know, you talk about in-laws. You talk about when people come and visit you, how do you handle them? You talk about place of worship. You talk about your career. You talk about your dream home. You talk about your vision. Talk about what you want to achieve. You guys must, you must align. You must align. You don't have to be with somebody that's not going the same way you're going. You don't necessarily have to do the same thing, but your what? You must align. There has to be compatibility. There has to be spiritual compatibility. There has to be mental compatibility. There has to be vision compatibility. You need to check all these things. You have to talk about financial expectation. You have to talk about parenting style. You have to talk about debt. Talk about whatsoever that comes to your mind and make sure you agree. And as you're talking, you also observe the person. Let me tell you something. Marriage does not change anybody. It only changes their status. And the goal of marriage, the goal of every marriage should be, it should be long lasting. That means you both, you grow old together at the end of the day. So that is why you have to be very, very careful before you say I do to anyone. And let me tell you this. Talk to God about that person. Some people are pretenders. They pretend a lot. But let me tell you something. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, if you pray about somebody, if you tell God, God, I want to know who this person is, whatsoever God shows you, believe it. Not what that person is showing. No, whatsoever God tells you yourself, believe it. More than whatsoever character the person is showing you. If God tells you that, don't go ahead, don't go. Because if you do not listen, later in life you will regret it. So as you're talking to the person, also what? Also observe. And don't what? Don't, when your instinct is telling you something, don't just erase it. Don't say, no, this person can. Believe your instincts.